chess lovers. Maurice Bishop, founder of Life is Game of Chess. I want to show you a very tactical game that I played against the KOE-KTO 2138. I played as white, he played as black. And I want to show you how this game actually turned out. So again, I played as white. I go e4, he goes e5, I go knight f3, knight c6, d4, e catches d4, bishop c4, knight f6, castle. For all y'all that don't know that this is a Scotch Gambit, so Scotch Gambit is a very tactical opening. So if y'all know about it, look it up. He goes bishop c5, trying to gain some control in the center. I push the pawn e5, and with black, he doesn't want to really back down, so he counterattacks with d5, hitting my light square bishop. Not a problem. I go e catches f6. He goes d catches c4, and I go rook e1 check. He blocks it and developing at the same time with bishop e6. I go knight g5, and he goes queen d5. Now I'm gonna give y'all 5 seconds to figure out why the black queen won't take the pawn on f6. My pawn on f6. Give you 5 seconds to figure it out. Pause the video if y'all need. If y'all need to. Alright guys, I'm probably gonna have to go to self-analysis so y'all can actually see it. Alright, so if the queen captures f6 and knight captures e6, if he takes, shoot, my bad y'all. I'm trying to switch this back. Okay, if he takes that knight, then queen h5 check, and as you can see, the undefended piece on there is the dark square bishop on c5. So g6, queen captures c5. So now I'm up a piece. And I see a lot of people, after I take it, they'll try to castle, and then you get hit with bishop g5, hitting the queen and the rook. So white is winning. not even including the pawn on c4, which is also undefended as well. And then you got a weak pawn on e6. So white is winning this one. So again, very tactical. Alright, so in the game, he didn't, obviously he know about the queen f6 thing, so he goes queen d5. So obviously, if I try to do knight catches e6 and he takes back, my queen h5 wouldn't work because the queen is right there and he could take. So that's the reason why that wouldn't work. So that's why he went queen d5. So as you see, my all his pieces is pretty much developed. My knight and bishop is not developed. So why not attack and develop at the same time? So I go knight c3. Again, the pawn can't take the knight because the queen is dropped. The bishop can't take this queen because the rook on e1 is pinning the light square bishop. And also my white queen is also hitting the dark square bishop as well. So, pretty crazy, right? So, he sees this, so he goes queen f5. And I go g4, hitting his queen. And, of course, he goes queen g6. Now, again, if the queen decides to take the pawn on f6, then I'll hit him with knight d5. And again, the bishop can't take because, again, the rook is pinning the bishop on e1. So I'm utilizing this. So if black queen does some blunder like this, queen g6, now I'll automatically take knight captures e6. And then if he takes, then rook captures e6 check. Either way, that queen is gone. So even if he decides to take back, then rook, knight captures c7 check. I'm forking a rook and I'm forking a queen. And then if he comes down here, I'll just take. Simple as that. And then there's others. There's other things too. If he still takes and he goes if I go knight d5 instead of going queen g6, if if he decides to go back to queen d8, then I still have the shot. Rook captures e6 check. He takes, knight captures e6. The king is still in the center of the board. I'm hitting his queen, and I'm hitting his dark square bishop on c5. If the queen decides to take the knight, then knight captures c7 check, and I'm hitting this queen. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get in too much variation because there's a lot of variations with this, but I'm just showing you how tactical, this opening can be if you don't know what you're doing. So, let's get back to it. Oh my bad, y'all. Let me go back to that. Alright, so I go g4, right? So instead of taking a pawn, again, he knows this, he goes queen g6, right? So then I hit him with, I'm sorry, y'all. I just kind of, after queen g6, then knight e4. Because obviously his pawn was attacking my knight, so I might as well attack his bishop. Again, you don't want to take that pawn because then I'll really win a piece then because knight captures e6, and already I'm hitting my knight on e4 is about to hit bishop on c5, so he'll lose a piece. So that's the reason why. So when I go knight e4, he goes bishop b6. Simple as that, right? And then I decide to go pawn f4. And the threat that I'm threatening right now is the pawn on f5. The pawn on f5 will hit the bishop on e6 as well as the queen on g6. So that's pretty much what's going on. So he decides to, not with the queen, but he actually took the pawn. He took the pawn on f6. I decided to go f5, and he hits me with pawn d3 check. I know the engine told me that I should have went king h1. That's what I should have did, but instead I felt as though that he has all his pieces out, and the only piece that I don't have to develop is my bishop on e3. So why not, block it? Which is pretty much what I did. But also I wanted to get the dark square bishop out the way because my dark square is pretty weak because my king is out in the open and everything. So I'm just being mindful of that. I don't want to give that dark square bishop total control of that diagonal. So I wanted to at least develop my pieces that's not out yet, So that's pretty much what I did. Again, as you see, I'm pretty much attacking. I'm still attacking the queen and the bishop. So the bishop decided to take my pawn on f5. I decided to take the pawn on f5, and he wound up actually. He did. What did he do? I'm sorry. He takes back with the queen. He does do that. But then I did something that I guess he just missed. I go bishop catches b6. And then he actually castles. So here's the reason why he castled. He castled because if he would have did some move like h6, then knight d6 check. So not only I have a double check on the king with the rook on e1 and knight on d6. With the knight, I'm also hitting that knight on f5. So it's like a discovered check, and I'm winning his queen. So yeah. So when I took that bishop, he saw that threat immediately, and he castled queenside. Once he castles queenside, I decide to do attacking on my own. I go rook f1. He decides to go queen g6. Now, the better move was queen b5, obviously. Queen b5 was actually the better move because he's not only hitting my knight on g5, but he'll be hitting my bishop on b6. But again, it's very it's chaos. This game is very chaotic. Like I said, black could do some things too, but again, if you don't know what you're doing, the game becomes very chaotic. So he did queen g6. I go rook catches f6. He goes queen g7. And I go rook catches f7. And then goes queen g6. And I pretty much hit him with bishop capture c7. You know, trying to... The thing is, I didn't want the king to I want him to stay on that post. I want him to stay on c8. You know, I didn't want him to run away and go to king e8 and I can't do anything. So I wanted to keep him there, which is pretty much what I was doing. So black sees that. He goes rook d7. I wanted to put more pressure on him, so I go queen g4, which is what I did. And then, because I'm threatening queen captures d7, there's not too much he could do. Obviously, rook on d8 is not going to be any better because bishop will capture d8. So he decides to go knight b8, and I see this automatically, so I just take. You know, I'm already threatening me. I thought he was gonna go rook d8 at least, but again, I mean, it's a pretty difficult position because I'm already threatening knight d6 check. Ain't like the rook could take back; he could just take, but then that's when I'm winning. The rook catches d7, so I mean it's pretty hard. So so bishop catches b8. He takes my bishop, and then I go queen captures d7. When I go queen captures d7, he decides to go queen d6 check. He gives me a check, and then I go king h1. Again, black don't really have too much to do, so he just goes h6. I decide to develop my last piece in the game, which is rook f1, because I'm threatening rook f8 check, but also I'm threatening checkmate in like 3 moves. You know, so he decides to go to I'm sorry, where did he go? He goes rook c8. I decide to go knight e6. He decides to take the pawn, trying to do something at least. And then I just go knight c5, which is pretty much what I do. And then, I mean, he really, I mean, it's not really nothing he could really do. I mean, he pretty much resigned after this, though. In this position, he just resigned. But if anything, like, if he would have did stuff like a6, like pawn a6, then all I'm doing is going queen catches b7 check. He'll take. I'll go rook catchers b7 check. He'll go king a8, knight c7 check. He takes, and then rook f8 check. And then the only move he can do, because he can't take the rook because my knight on c5 is supporting it, the only thing he could do is go rook c8, and then rook captures c8 checkmate. So very chaotic opening. Not only opening, but the game itself is very chaotic, which is what I love. So, but again, if you're gonna play something like this, you gotta be totally aggressive. You gotta take risk. You gotta know exactly what you're doing and kind of have that intuition exactly what to do. So, again, y'all, I mean, if this is something that y'all want to play, you know, like I said, it's a very interesting game, or interesting opening to play, you know, but, you know, you just gotta know exactly what you're doing. But anyway, guys, I hope y'all really love this game. If you have any questions about it, you know, comment below. You know, please like, share this game, and again, let me know what y'all think. And if y'all like this, just give me more likes, and I'll continue to post more videos up. All right, y'all. Merry Christmas to y'all. If I don't see y'all tomorrow, or not see y'all, but if I don't talk to y'all tomorrow, Merry Christmas to you and your family, and have an awesome holiday. All right, y'all. Peace out.